Hi, Carol. Good morning. Oh my goodness. Oh, it is. Michelina said in one of her lives, uh, it's not mirrored. I wonder if there's a way to change that. Not that it matters. It doesn't matter. But it is backwards. So like I went to, this is my right hand, but over on here, it looks like here looks like it's my left hand. Okay. All right. Carol's so excited. Zoom time. I think we're going to do it right after Mandala Circle. Wonder if I should send the link. I'm going to send it to Miss Sam. Oh, it's not on here. It's on my, let's see. Are you on your phone or on your computer, Carol? Are you on your phone or on your computer, Carol? Are you on your phone or on your computer, Carol? Are you on your phone or on your computer, Carol? Oh, stop it. I got stuck in a loop on my phone. I was going to try and text it to Miss Sam. If you want to do that, I know she was really worried about being able to get on, and we are still early. We're still 3 minutes early. But I thought it was a good idea to get on early and send the link and give everybody a couple minutes to hop on. I took a picture of what the settings that I chose when I went live. So I'll send that out to everyone too. We'll wait till 8 o'clock to. Miss M is here. She says, I'm on, but not as myself. I'll take you any way I can. Okay, so I'm going to go out of YouTube tutorial mode, and I'm going to go into Mandala Leader mode. I'm not going to talk anymore about YouTube and how challenging it's been for us to change. And I'm just going to say, welcome to our Mandala universes. And I'm so glad you found me here. I can see that there are 5 people here. Looks like some of you can comment and some of you can't. If you're here and you've been a subscriber for more
than 20 minutes, you should be able to comment unless there's something wrong with the way you accessed it and you don't have access to chat. So we are learning as we go. Okay. Again, I'm going to stop talking about that. Welcome to our Mandala universes. My name is Kathy, and I lead on Fridays. This is a collective group of people that gather from all over the world. And we're here to connect with ourselves. We're here to connect with each other. We're here to draw circles. So Mandala is simply a circle. And you can fill your circle with anything you want. I keep mine in a notebook. This is my I think it's my 24th notebook. But these are some mandalas that I've drawn in the past or painted. There's no right or wrong way to draw a mandala. And this is our first live on YouTube. So welcome. Boy, this backward thing, it is backwards. It's not mirroring, it's backwards. And so then when this gets in my eye, I don't know how to get it out. Okay, and you can all see each other chatting. So I need to retrain myself. All the leaders need to retrain ourselves that we don't have to read the comments, which we've done for so long because the comments are going to show up in the replay, which will be lovely. But Pamela's here, Carol's here, Claudia's here, and Amy's here. So, and Michelina's here. Michelina says, hi, it's working. We're here. And Michelina posted the Instant Live League. So yeah, so here we are. And we got it to work. And we're not going to talk shop right now. We're just going to talk mandalas. So let's do some check-ins. I am relieved. It's been quite a week for the leaders to figure this out. That's all I'll say. And I'm relieved that I'm here and it's working and we can all gather. Wow. Pamela says today is her last page of her journal, another one complete. That feels really fitting for this transition, doesn't it? So I'm going to write down relieved because that's what I am. Oh, Jenny's here. Hi, Jenny. Oh my gosh. So we did get someone from Ireland. Yay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yay. Okay. So it's working. It's working officially. Other than I don't know where to, oh, there, I did it right that time. This side of my head is a problem. It's always getting in my eyes. Yay. I am so happy. And Miss M is here also. So just so you know, she's here. So she cannot comment from the account she's on, but she's here. So it's like a full circle. Where's Elaine been? Does anybody know? Miss M might know, but she can't comment. So all right. It's August 8th, 8/8, Lionsgate. I just want to write down my check-in because relieved. And it's Friday. Oh, Elaine's been showing up on the regular. It's me that hasn't been showing up. Sorry. That's totally accurate. I was with my grandkids and it's really hard to do it when I'm with them. So Claudia says feeling frustrated, a bit lonely. COVID isolating is very bad timing. I don't need to read the comments. It's hard not to. It's really hard not to. I'm like, what do I talk about then? Okay. We should do some grounding. I was so nervous about getting on, and then right before I came on, literally right before, like 5 minutes before, I was using a mug for my coffee that I've had for years, and years ago, I dropped it and broke the handle, and I super glued it back on, and it's been fine all these years, and this morning when I took it out of the cupboard, I was like, wow, that's amazing that that super glued handle has worked all these years. Like, it's just like a brand new mug. And literally, like 10 seconds later, the mug fell off of the handle, and I was left holding the handle, and it was full of hot coffee, and it went everywhere. Um, so the time that I would have spent finding a reading went to cleaning up a lot of hot coffee. Um, so that was kind of a disaster. And now I know that even though a super glued mug handle can last for a certain amount of time, it will not last forever. Okay, let's do some grounding. I'm going to actually bring over, I bought these are carnations that I got at Trader Joe's yesterday, and they're so like not like a carnation. They're like a single carnation. Like, look at that bloom. Isn't that okay? It's backwards. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? So I have actually 3 vases of them because there was a lot, but I thought they were so beautiful. So gonna I'm gonna put those. Where can I put those? I just have to hold them, which feels silly. I can't reverse the camera and put it on something else when I'm on here. Um, you guys are just chatting away, and I'm not reading. So here's the weird thing. I don't need to read the chat out loud, but I do still need to read the chat. So give me a second. Pamela, I like hearing you read them. Kind of like hearing you read them. Kind of like hearing you read them. I don't know what she's talking about. Hi, Jenny Love from Miss. Oh, you kind of like me to read them. Okay, the comments. Oh, Claudia's birthday tomorrow, and wow, wow. Jenny's sending biggest hugs. Michelina says birthday blues. Claudia, so sorry. Sending you lots of love. And Jenny says, hi, Miss M Love. Michelina says, oof, the coffee. Deb's here. Hello. Deb says hello from my superhero booth. Pamela says, oh, darn, Claudia, I guess celebrating will need to be the whole month, as it should be. Amy says, thinking of you, Claudia. Thanks, Michelina. Thanks all from Claudia. Laura's here. Yay. Hi, Laura. Hello from work. Popping on to say hi and see if things are working. They are working. And Jenny says, I think you will still need to read the comments for the folks who watch it back later. No, I don't. The chat thread will be in the replay. So that's exciting. They'll be able to see the chat. So we don't necessarily have to read it. Carol says, happy birthday, Claudia. Michelina says, Jenny, we can include in the chat playback later, new feature. And Claudia says, I'll have my birthday with you all tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm caught up. You're caught up. Let's ground. So whatever you need to do to feel like you're in a grounded position, a posture that settles you. I've got my legs crisscross applesauce on a bar stool, and feels good because I can feel my toes on the back of my thighs. Lower your shoulders, lift up your neck. I had a massage yesterday that I woke up with a crick, and boy, he worked on that crick, and I can feel it. It feels a little beat up, but the crick is gone. But one thing he said is he reiterated the importance of stretching our necks. So I'm going to just invite you to do that. Just bring your right on here. I think it looks like my left. Bring an ear to a shoulder. I don't care which one. And just feel that stretch along the side of your neck. And then when you feel ready, bring that head forward just a couple of inches and move that stretch to the back of the side of your neck. Wow, I really feel that because of the work you did. Sometimes it feels good just to kind of go back and forth, just connect to your body. Thank your neck for how hard it works to support your head and your brain. And then when you're ready, come back up to center. See if you notice a difference in the two sides. What feels different about that side you just stretched? And then make your way over to the other shoulder. Make sure to keep the stretched shoulder down. If you want to, you can apply a little bit more pressure with your hand. I feel like the weight of my head is enough today. And then again, forward just a couple of inches to feel that stretch along the back. Wow, that feels good. And if you want to do a little back and forth, and then come back up. Deep breath. Oh, I feel better already. So now we can draw. And I was going to tell you all about a bit of a revelation that I had when I was in my massage. So whenever I do massage, I do 90 minutes. 60 minutes is not even worth getting naked for, in my opinion. If I'm going to get naked and lay on someone's table, I'm going to be there for a while. So I always do a 90-minute massage, but that's a lot of time to think. It's a lot of time to think. And this massage therapist, he's new to us. This is only my third massage with him. He's certified in lymphatic drainage. And so he spends a lot of time just holding certain spots on your body. But he also, I've had a lot of massage. I love massage. He he definitely makes you more. I use the word naked. He definitely pulls the blanket back further than most massage therapists than any massage therapist I've ever worked with. And you're not exposed at all. It's all very kosher, very appropriate. But it's different than what I'm used to. And I tend to be very self-conscious about my body. I'm very self-conscious. And so that's it's a stretch for me. It's not uncomfortable. I don't feel uncomfortable with what is happening in the moment. I feel uncomfortable with the way I feel about that much of my body being exposed. And so I sat with that for pretty much the whole massage yesterday, really thinking that through and wondering, like, why is that? I mean, obviously there's many, many, many reasons why, but I just kinda came to this conclusion that as a 56-year-old woman, I would like to let that go. Um, and I've tried many times over the years. Um, so just I don't have any, like, wisdom or epiphanies other than I'm on a journey with that. Oh, no, it's this side. Nope, it's this side. Um, yeah, it's just something I really wanna learn to let go of. So, that was my massage, uh, deep thoughts with Kathy's massage. Jenny, I'm using these again. I bought these in Ireland with Jenny, and I hadn't used them for a very long time, and then I dug them out the other day, and I've been using them ever since, and they make me very, very happy. Gotta activate these colors. Laura left. Claudia says, "Did you talk to him about it? He may feel your discomfort." I didn't. I talked to my husband about it when I got home. McLean says, "I can totally relate. I'm doing little things all the time that I never would have done years ago, being seen exactly as I am." Um, yeah, yeah, I'm working on it. Claudia, so here's this that's such an interesting question because there's something about me, that I'm also trying to work on is that I am terrified of speaking up. Not terrified, that's the wrong word. I am not a person who speaks up. I think I've shared the story that one time I went for what I thought was a massage, and it actually was a chiropractor, and it's a long story how I ended up there. But I actually laid on his table and let him adjust me, even though I hate chiropractic work. It terrifies me for sure. And I let him adjust me and didn't say anything. I didn't say, "Oh, I'm not here for this." And yesterday, when this guy was working on my back, the first 2 massages that I had with him were good. They weren't great, and it was because he wasn't giving me enough pressure. I like a deep tissue massage, and I didn't say anything. And I knew if I didn't say something yesterday, I was not gonna he was not gonna get that crick worked out of my back. And I literally laid there on the table for, like, 10 minutes in my head saying, "You could apply more pressure if you want. You could apply more pressure if you like, if you want." Like, I was giving him permission if he wanted. Like, I wanted more pressure, and I couldn't just say, "More pressure, please." Like, it's so hard for me to speak up, and that's a deeply ingrained thing in me. And I finally worked up the courage to say, "You could go deeper if you want." That's what I said. And, and then he did, and it was an amazing massage, best massage I've had from him so far because I finally got the pressure that I wanted. So talking to him about being uncomfortable in my body, that's way beyond. Um, I just I'm working on that. Um, I am working on that. I was very proud of myself for saying, uh, I should have just said, "Please go deeper," not, "You can go deeper if you want." Oh my goodness, we all have our little quirks, don't we? Um, Jenny, yay, nothing better than creative memories. Yeah, our little paint time together. Katie's here. Catherine, hi, you found it. Claudia says, if you're going back to him, maybe. If it was a one-time deal, then maybe not, but communication and feedback is key. Yeah, I know. No, I'm going back. I mean, I'm going back. I have an appointment in 3 weeks. Well, 4 weeks, I guess we made is what we made. Amy says, a few things you're discussing are reminding me of the book I'm currently listening to. It's decent, not super amazing, but some good food for thought. Brooke Shields is not allowed to get old. I watched a Brooke Shields, a documentary about her, and boy, she's come a long way, hasn't she? Talk about someone who learned at a very young age that she wasn't allowed to speak up for herself, um, or who didn't. I think she was taught that very, very young, from the documentary, and I shared a lot of her frustrations that, that she's, I think, maybe 5 years older than I am, and just that frustration with, "What is wrong with me? Why can't I speak up for myself?" Um, I need some role play, right? I need some chances to practice. Um, Amy says it might resonate. And hi, Catherine. Pamela, we're all celebrating that Catherine found us. And she says, I'm so happy we still have the chat feature. Yeah, and Catherine, so I don't have to read them all. I feel like in order to stay connected, I kind of have to read them out loud, but they will show up in the replay. So it's not as necessary for us to read every single um, comment, because if people are watching the replay, they will be able to see the chat thread just like you're seeing it now, which is kind of exciting. Oh, I haven't even looked at the time. Okay, 8:22. Pamela says, my mandala words undefined but coming together. Catherine says, sometimes it helps if I play it out in my head, asking what I'm afraid that will happen if I'm honest about my needs. Claudia says, fun fact, I used to be a massage therapist many years ago. It was fascinating work. Catherine, it feels like catastrophic thinking. If it feels like catastrophic thinking, I ask, what's a more realistic outcome that will happen? Michelina says, my Reiki healer makes me role play. I hate it, and it works every time. Actually, while I was doing that, I've never done Reiki. As I was doing that massage, I kept thinking to myself, I think I need Reiki. I think I need to go to a Reiki healer. Pamela, when we are painting and drawing, I like you reading them so I can stay focused on my mandala. Yeah, that makes sense. Amy says, do the comments show up in real time? That's a great question. Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. Catherine says, oftentimes what happens in reality ends up less scary than my own mind. Well, and then when I said you could go deeper if you want, all he said was, He didn't say, okay, he didn't. And I was like, oh, I offended him. Or like, I don't know. Then I spent 10 minutes thinking about that. Like, yeah. So, but I got a great massage, so it was worth it in the end. Yeah. Michelina says, that's a great question. What am I afraid will happen? Soothes the fear. Amy says, Claudia, what haven't you done in your past? And Michelina says, your mind is like a bad neighborhood. Don't go there alone. And Catherine says, oh, that guy sucks. And Michelina says, based on Kathy's response time, I think we're showing up as we send our comments. No delay. And Pamela says, I love that, Michelina. My mind can become a bad neighborhood. Yeah. I will be completely honest. I mean, you guys know what a sheltered childhood I had, just in terms of like, if it wasn't like in the Bible, it was evil. So Reiki would obviously be, along those lines. So I honestly don't even know what it is. I know about I know that we have chakras. I have no idea what a Reiki healer does. Although I do have a friend that went to one and actually had a visit from her deceased husband while she was there. And it was the most powerful experience I've ever heard anybody describe. Not that I think that Reiki is working with a medium, but that is what her experience was, and I believe her. Um, just so everyone knows, we still would love it if everyone would share their mandalas in their stories on Instagram. If you've been a person that has done that, please don't stop. We still want our Instagram account to be active, and we would love to still post your stories there because that's a big part of our community. So if you have done that in the past, please continue to do that, and I will share them there. And I would also just ask for your patience as we continue this transition. We have done a lot of practicing this week, and some people have not had the ease that I had this morning when trying to go live. So there may be some challenges. We did post the live link. I got the link, went live a little early, got the link, sent it to Michelina. Michelina posted it on our account. So it may actually, I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. So now I'm doing shop talk. I resisted it for most of the time, but I think this is important to communicate. I suppose that we could, if people wanted it, we could make an Our Mandala Universes chat thread. Well, I guess I mean, if somebody would post it to the Instagram account every morning, that would take care of it. It's a little bit of work because then the leader has to text someone else who can post it. So we have to have 2 people on tap. Yeah, Miss Sam just texted and it said she found us through the link on Instagram. So, or through the link. I don't know if it was on Instagram or if someone sent it to her, but the link makes it really easy to find us. So, but obviously some of you found us without the link. So we'll keep noodling on it. We'll figure out what's going to work best for everyone. Let me catch up here. Okay, here we go. Michelina, Reiki is being universally life force, i.e. love to heal mind, body, and spirit. I'm a Reiki master. Carol says, Michelina, aren't you a Reiki master? Claudia says, but Jesus was a healer. I'm a Reiki person. Jesus was basically doing Reiki, is what Michelina says. Catherine says, I wonder if new folks will find us on YouTube, otherwise may not on Instagram. We've considered that, Catherine. That's something we're thinking about. Carol says maybe Reiki was not in the lexicon in Jesus's time. Claudia says Michelina, same, and result different names for all healing. Michelina says, can we keep our lives to subscribers and the replays public so we might attract new friends into the circle? And Cheryl says, good morning with heart emojis. Hi, Cheryl. I'm glad you found us. Amy says, I like that idea, Michelina. In my tests, I cannot get only subscribers, but I will aspire to do so. Hi, Cheryl. I wish I could emoji react to messages in the chat. So I could yesterday or the day before when we were practicing, I could post emojis. So just maybe it depends on whether you're on your phone or on a computer. Michelina says, hi, Cheryl. Claudia says, today it said only followers are viewing today. So I marked it. There's a place where you can mark that only subscribers can comment. I don't think that keeps non-subscribers from seeing it, but they can't comment if they're here. Pamela says, I went to YouTube and our channel and saw you were live, clicked on the circle and saw you. Cheryl's sending an emoji. Pamela's sending an emoji. Oh, it's 8:30. Okay, we did it. We did it. We did it. I'm so proud. And thank you for persevering And oh, Catherine says, I mean, react to another person's message. Yeah, I know that would be lovely, wouldn't it? You can send hearts. I think there's a place where you can like have the hearts go floating up. Um, yay. Yay, go team Mandalas. Michelina, that was Jenny. Michelina says, hooray, thank you, Kathy, for leading our maiden voyage on YouTube. I'm so excited to have figured it out and that it worked and you all made it here. And yay, us. So look for Claudia here tomorrow. Claudia, if you are able to and you want to send a link to someone, we can share that with people. So yay. Yay team, we did it. Okay, I'm gonna push this button that says end stream, and then I'm gonna figure out what happens from here. So, mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you all. Bye.